Hello, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some yerba mate that I purchased from Goyerbamate. It was a really nice website, and on there you can very easily pick out what you want. They kind of have a drop down so you can separate it if you wanted to get organic, non-organic, or smoked, unsmoked. So they have a lot of different teas there from many different areas, but they also have their own brand, which is the Goyerbamate brand. And someone kind of turned me on to that on one of the forums, saying that they have some really good teas of their own. So I thought I'd give that a try. So I did get a couple of them, and then I got their sample packet, which was great. And I have to say all of them were really good teas, really good quality. You can look at some of the cuts. This is the Unsmoked Pure Leaf. You will see just a little bit of stem in there, if I can get it to focus right. But not bad at all. Really good tea. Just like I said, just a little bit of stem. And then I tried out their unsmoked with stem, and you can see that one has some stems in it, which is expected, and that was good. It looks like they all look like kind of a medium cut. One thing that was also impressive was that there was no dust. I haven't seen any dust yet. Not at the bottom of the bag. I'm like halfway through on most of them here, and I still haven't seen any dust. And then the other thing I got was a sample packet, and that was the organic classic cut. And this was real impressive. This one's right there. And I believe that this is just the same as the select organic unsmoked with stems right there. I believe that's just the same, only what they did was they have a smokiness flavor to it. Instead of smoking it the traditional way using wood smoke, what he did was just put a little bit of liquid smoke in there. And he did a really good job with it because it's not overpowering. You know, it's like a lot of, if you're familiar with some of the smoked yerba mates, sometimes the smoke is a little bit just overpowering and that's all you taste. And then when you cycle through, especially as the yerba mate leaves, the flavor of that starts to leave, you'll still get that smokiness, and that's all you taste at the end is just pure smoke. And to me, that just doesn't taste very well. And this liquid smoke he has added is just a real small amount, so it's not overpowering at all. And then as you cycle through, it fades out also, so you don't end up with just this nothing but smoky flavor. So I was really impressed with this one, and I'm sure I'm going to get this one again. I really did like that, and if you're concerned on PHAs, that's the way to go, because the liquid smoke is lower in PHAs, and he only puts a really minute amount in there, so it's nothing to be concerned about, in my opinion anyway. Then I'll go over to the select organic yerba mate that was unsmoked with stems. It was also really good. All of these teas give you a really malty flavor up front, and that's how this one was especially. I get that real strong malty flavor up front. And because of the stems, it was really smooth. The whole thing was just smooth all the way to the very end, never bitter. So I really enjoyed that. And you can see there are some stems in there. It's kind of a green leaf with a little bit more darker leaves mixed in there that were roasted a little bit better or a little bit longer. And then I went to the premium organic unsmoked pure leaf. So this one here did not have any stems in it as opposed to the other. And I do see like, okay, a little bit of stems that got in there, very few. This one is, very much like the unsmoked with stems, only if you're not familiar with it, if you don't get the stems, you tend to get a little bit more of the matine, wake up effect, because the matine is usually higher because the matine is more or less in the leaves, not as much in the stems. So I go back and forth if I'm looking for a little smoother flavor, and I kind of like the theory of the whole plant. So I do like to get the stems a lot of times. I think you get a little more sapiens out of it because I see a lot more bubbles when I have the stems in it. I may be wrong, but that's what appears to me after all the years of drinking it. And when you drink it without the stems at all, you just get a little bit more matine, because more of the matine is in the leaves, so it's going to wake you up a little more. It's good for after a long week on a Friday, you want to wake up, then I go for the stronger one, and talk a little bit about the cycle length of this particular yerba mate that I've been drinking here. all three of these. They seem to be a medium cycle, at least for myself. It may be a higher cycle for some others. I say that because I tend not to drink it once the real strong flavor drops off. But there is still some flavor to it. It's just more of a lighter flavor, like a green tea type of flavor. So if you're someone who goes for that, you could continue to drink it on to a higher cycle. Or if you're a beginner, you may really like that part of it and you continue to drink it on to a higher cycle. I did notice that when I did drink it into a higher cycle, I still was getting lots of the sapiens, lots of bubbles. So you were getting lots of nutrients out of it. It's just that for my own taste, I just like to drink it when it's really strong. And when it starts to drop off, I just don't drink it anymore. Overall, all of these were excellent. I really enjoyed trying the sample out. And I think that's a really good deal. You get a free sample when you go to purchase these. Or any one of these, they'll throw in a free sample. So it gives you a chance to try out something different and unique that they have there. He has a lot of different things that he kind of experiments with. He's got roasted with chocolate and different things you'll see if you look on their website. And you can try out for free, get a sample, try something out. And if you want to get another sample along with the order, I think it's like $3. So not a bad deal at all. And that saves you from buying a pound or 2 pounds of something that you might not have liked at all. So this way you can just try it out first. And I was impressed also because the package came vacuumed. These two were vacuumed, not the sample packet, and I didn't expect that, but the other ones were vacuum packaged, so that's great for long-term storage and just overall keeping everything fresh. And I have to say their prices were really good. If you compare especially their brand, the Goyerbamate brand, it's a really decent price that they have, and so when you factor in the shipping and everything, that makes it not a bad deal at all. Now if you go and spend, I think it's $75 or more, then you get free shipping, then you're really over the top. You're really doing well because it's a pretty good price. Working with the company, I had a question, they answered it right away. Their shipping was really quick, even through the pandemic. So everything was really good. So I give this really high scores for everything that I've tried here. And it's a great company to work with and purchase from, so I'm sure I'm going to be getting more from them. All right, thank you, Goyerbamate.